tomorrow, and it's going to be a cooler day with a high of 37. Cloudy skies will hang around for tomorrow night with a low of 25 degrees, and then a storm passing by well to the south is going to brush the area later tomorrow night into early Monday with a little snow. That snow can bring a coating and lead to slippery travel for the start of the day on Monday, and then clouds are going to linger for the rest of the day Monday with a high right around 40 degrees. Clouds give way to sunny skies on Tuesday. We'll have a high of 42, and then another storm tracking much farther to the north is going to spread clouds our way on Wednesday. There can be a little bit of sun, but there's also a chance for some rain or snow with a high of 38. This is meteorologist Heather Zaire in the WTIC Weather Center.
Computer Talk with Tab is next. I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News.
Need space in a hurry? Order your storage container at eagleleasing.com or call 1-800-GET-EAGLE and we'll have it delivered on site like that. I'm Mike Eagle, and just remember, don't get stressed, get Eagle. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Need a space shot? Rent one of our clean, dry, ground-level storage containers from Eagle Leasing today. Call 1-800-GET-EAGLE or check us out and get a quote at eagleleasing.com. I'm Brandon Eagle, and you see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-239-1749. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-239-1749. 800-239-1749 or biglou.com.
Security is huge for us.
That's Pete Sweeney, Director of Operations at United Tool and Die Company in West Hartford.
We have requirements that we need to meet, and TAB provides us with the tools necessary to make sure that we're compliant.
Pete's confident in his security because he has an ASP, Actual Service Provider. TAB Computer Systems. As an ASP, TAB provides Pete with a higher level of service at a lower cost. Call TAB at 1-888-TAB-4-HELP or visit tabinc.com. Technologies advancing business. TAB Computer Systems.
This is WTIC's Computer Talk with Tab, hosted by Eric Semmel and Dennis Halnon of Tab Computer Systems. Interact with Eric and Dennis by phone at 860-522-9842 or email them in the studio at gethelp@tabinc.com. Get help anytime at computertalkwithtab.com. Now, here are Eric and Dennis on WTIC News Talk 1080.
And good morning. This is Computer Talk with Tab. I'm Eric.
And I'm Dennis.
And it is Valentine's Day, and we're going to be here till 11 o'clock. So if you be our Valentine, feel free to call in at 860-522-9842. That's the number, and we will do our best to help you out with your computer problems, comments, questions, and concerns. Now, speaking of concerns, oh my goodness, we're going to play a clip that you won't be able to hear on the podcast, as Carolyn reminds me, from an actual TV spot you might have seen on the Super Bowl.
Yep.
I mean, if you were a Jet fan like me, you were watching.
Could we call it the SB phrase? I think we needed to call it the big game.
The big game, whatever. If you're watching the very big little game of boring, what it was, this ad ran, and we're going to play it for you right now.
This is Milo. Pets are family, but every year 10 million go missing, and the way we look for them hasn't changed in years. Until now. One post of a dog's photo in the Ring app starts outdoor cameras looking for a match. Search Party from Ring uses AI to help families find lost dogs. Since launch, more than a dog a day has been reunited with their family. Be a hero in your neighborhood with Search Party. Available to everyone for free right now.
For
Join
free?
the neighborhood at Ring.
Wow,
It was free. So Search Party is cool idea, creepy marketing, obviously.
And ultimately, behind the scenes, it's a creepy feature.
It really is.
I mean, it may be effective at finding dogs, which is fantastic, but what it does is a little bit different story.
It's like totally dystopian. All your cameras turn on, and they now can find the dog. And they found like a bunch of dogs in 90 days. It works. Imagine the AI to find a puppy's face. Okay, now go one step further, Dennis.
Yeah.
And not that you're going to be search partied out for who knows what reason, Not that you're doing anything wrong there, Dennis, walking down the street. But so this is one of those things that is a great idea, and maybe they could have marketed it better. I mean, calling it Search Party, maybe call it, Doggy Finder or something a little warm and fuzzy.
Pet Finder.
Yes.
Well, they can't call it that because there's a website called that. But yeah.
They could have marketed it better. Obviously, lots of people are freaking out about it, trying to figure out ways to disable the feature. Because, of course, with anything when it comes to these companies, you think you have to opt into them, but often you're opted in by default. And you're not, you're doing things that you didn't even know you were doing because you signed a EULA, the user license agreement, right?
And the EULA, gave away your home, your fortune, and your firstborn.
Yeah. So this is an issue, and how it comes. Another aspect of it is the whole Guthrie case, right? Now we heard early on in the Guthrie case that her cameras were not subscribed to. So there would be no data. There would be no video, Dennis, because she wasn't paying for that.
Right. That's what we thought as of about a week ago. Yeah. I think we even mentioned that right here on the air, that there was just no video, right?
That's because we were told she didn't subscribe. We heard. And we understand as consumers that if you don't subscribe to something, then you shouldn't have it
be
run.
Any of it, right?
Yeah. But lo and behold, here we are seeing the creepy video of the guy who was at her house. Well, how's that possible? It sounds like a lot like when Alexa's supposed to not listening to you when you think they're not listening to you. Well, they're listening to you.
They are.
So in the case of this Nest Cam, which we're all happy, of course, that there is video of the creep, and if they find whoever took Miss Guthrie, then that's a good thing. But what are we doing here, Nest? And again, this is the idea of the cloud. And when you sign up for this stuff, what have you got? What's going on here? What kind of privacy can you expect? Clearly none. And of course, anybody in any kind of agency can simply ask the manufacturer for access to the data that they said they weren't going to collect anyways, and get it. And you weren't informed. I'm sure you wouldn't be informed about that, because even in the case of other cameras and doorbell systems, I'm sure they're asking all sorts of questions about folks who are in the area of the house there to gather access to their cameras, which is, I'm sure they're going to want to give it. But the point is they can do that for anything.
Right.
Not that you're doing anything wrong. So it's one of those things. Glenn Greenwald did a great Substack article on it if you want to read it. And we also will have some links to other stories about this. But it's a thing, right? We should know whether or not the things we're putting up are under our control or under the cloud's control and the vendor's control.
Right. Are they independently sending video to places that you don't even know about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the old days of having your own VCR type of technology on your own premises, right? The actual camera data was on-prem in your control versus being sent out to the cloud out of your control, does lead to some issues of privacy and issues that we should be thinking about. And Search Party is a neat idea, but it is quite creepy. So
it is.
Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe as a society we do want to have all these cameras everywhere to help you and help find these types of things. But I contend they're going to use them for other things too.
There is a very simple way to create a useful feature that isn't as creepy, and that is it's called opt-in.
Right.
Where you sign up for the service, you install your Ring cameras, you're doing your setup, and as part of that, it says, we have this feature that does A, B, and C.
Right.
Do you consent?
Right.
And then let you say yes or no.
And
then later on, give you an opportunity to back out if you've decided that you don't want to go along with that anymore.
Now, Dennis is not a lawyer.
No.
He's not even a consumer protection advocate. He's just a dude.
I'm just a tech guy.
Yeah.
How hard is it to think of stuff like this?
Average intelligence, would you say? Maybe a little above average? Yeah. We're not the sharpest hacks, and these are not hard things. Obviously, these laws could be written. But again, all we have is lawyers in these legislatures. We need more guys like Dennis who are like, come on. Because guys like Dennis would think a little differently than the lawyers, obviously, because this should be an opt-in option, period. You shouldn't be automatically opted into things without having that type of consent. And the problem is these EULAs can change at any moment. They can send you, hey, by the way, our terms of service have changed, and you have to click I agree, or you have to go scroll through 15 pages where you say you don't agree, and then they take away the thing you wanted.
Right. And the other thing is when Google sells Nest cameras, they should have a little card in the box that says, if you do nothing, our camera is still sending video to our servers.
Should warn you.
And if you want to control that, then follow this procedure or take you to a website or whatever.
Right.
Just do something to tell people that this is going on.
And the funny thing is,
how hard is that?
These cameras don't come with those memory sticks, right? You have to add those little SD cards. And my cameras have the little SD cards on them locally.
Yeah.
Right. So I've got a backup of whatever's happening on my cameras, whether it went to the cloud or not. Not that you're doing anything wrong around my house, but I have that backup myself. Yeah. I put it in there. Why would they not default to have that local backup? They default to not have it because they want you to have it chucked to the cloud.
Right. They want you to not be storing your own stuff. They want you to keep it in their custody because that means there's a bill to pay every month.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have some stories about this for you guys to read to see what's going on out there, but it is definitely something we should all pay attention to. Now, Dennis had a story about coffee, right, Dennis?
Yeah, sort of.
So we got to play this tune though before you do. Okay. And again, as Carolyn will say, you won't hear it on the podcast. But I had heard it with this actual coffee company on, I think it was a Super Bowl ad too, and it brought back Saturday matinee memories for me. So I'm going to play it for you. Go ahead. Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Yep.
So there's a coffee company that actually used this tune in their commercial, and you're going to talk about it.
I am. Starbucks
yes,
is everybody's favorite coffee company. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
They have kind of lost their way.
Oh, no. They don't make coffee anymore?
Well, no. They make coffee.
Oh, okay.
They're just not the hip joint that they used to be for everybody to come in. They've got this idea in their heads that they're going to become, again, what they used to be, which was kind of a third space for people. And if you don't understand that concept, people have two places in their lives they spend most of their time, home and work. Okay.
Right. It used to be then church.
That
used to be the third space.
So, church used to be a third space. Yeah. It's not anymore for a lot of people. What is the third space? And Starbucks wants to be that third space for people, okay?
Right. Yeah.
They want to be again.
All right.
So, what are they doing?
I don't know.
In order to become the third space
lowering
again?
their price of their their grande.
You can't be serious about that.
I don't know.
No, if they want to increase their cachet, they'll actually increase the price to make it seem more valuable and make you want to come.
All right.
It's kind of a weird logic, but
how are they going to make me go to the?
But what they're going to be doing, they're going to be doing this. They're going to be turning to AI.
Really?
Yes, they're going to be turning to AI. Number one, they're going to implement AI ordering at drive-thrus.
That'll make you want to go.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm going to rush out there.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question: How does running a drive-thru make the store a third space?
I don't know.
It
You're right.
doesn't.
Yeah, you're leaving. You're coming and going, Dennis.
So right now, there's an inconsistency here.
Yeah.
But this is corporate thinking, so let's not try to really figure it out, okay?
Yeah. Right.
Second thing they want to do is use AI for things like providing the baristas with recipes. So that somebody can walk up and say they want something. The barista can just type it in, and then they'll get the recipe to make it if they don't happen to know.
All right.
The other thing they can do is use AI to develop schedules, things like that.
How about using the AI to actually get my name right on the cup? Right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, I would like to not be Denise.
D-nice. Dennis. All right. Well, AI in Starbucks making it a third space.
Yeah. I read that article. And I'm literally like, what are they doing?
I don't know.
I mean, do they? Like I said, corporate thinking. Don't try to analyze it because it's not going to make sense.
No, it won't. All right, we'll have those stories up there for you guys as well over at computertalkwithtab.com. It's the name of the show.com, which also works. Also, if you want to follow us, we are simulcasting on the YouTubes. If you follow us over at Tab Computer Systems, the program is simulcast there, as well as the Computer Talk with Tab Facebook group there. It's the Computer Talk with Tab Listener Network. We're broadcasting there, and of course, everything we talk about is posted there as well. And folks help each other there as well. Dennis is very active over there. So if you'd like to join, just ask, and if you're not a crackpot, we'll let you in. 3 lines open, 860-522-9842 is the number. We'll be right back.
180 degrees from I can't lose weight.
180 degrees from I don't dance anymore.
180 degrees from yo-yo diets.
Awaken 180 Weight Loss is 180 degrees from a quick fix gimmick or synthetic hormone shots. It's a premium program for awakening your own hormones naturally. Call 877-239-4180 now to find out how adults lose an average of 2 to 4 pounds per week. No starvation, no crazy exercise, no quitting steak, dining out, or a cocktail. Just personalized, science-based nutrition, where our food is completely customizable and our one-to-one lifelong coaching is there to help you for life. Call 877-239-4180 now. Or visit awaken180weightloss.com and see why there's a 98% satisfaction rating.
180 degrees from the old me.
That's 877-239-4180. Awaken 180. Awaken for life.
Wesley is a truck driver.
I drive a truck, and I love what I do.
A truck driver with IRS troubles.
They told me I owed them $43,000.
It got really bad.
Quite a few letters in the mail. They were talking about wage garnishment, coming after my house, my car. Yeah, they don't play around. I seriously thought that I was going to lose everything.
One sleepless night, Wesley finally made a call to Optima Tax Relief at 2 a.m.
Kind of figured I'd get a machine, but I didn't. I actually got to talk to an actual person in the middle of the night.
He found just what he was looking for.
Oh, they were great people. You need a team of people that know what they're doing. Optima Tax, they know what they're doing.
Optima Tax Relief came through with flying colors.
I saved an incredible amount of money. Happy don't even come close. I was absolutely overjoyed.
Take Wesley's advice.
If you're in any kind of trouble with the IRS, call Optima Tax Relief. Don't trust anybody else.
Call Optima for a free consultation. Call 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840. 800-354-2840.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Let's be honest. The hearing aid industry is broken. Overpriced clinics, pushy appointments, bills of $5,000 or more. That's the trap they hope you fall into. Don't let it happen. Audion Hearing is the escape. Their FDA-registered hearing aids cost just a fraction of the big brands, starting at only $98. Instead of paying as much as $5,000 plus all the doctor appointments and wasted time, you get what you need with no prescriptions, no office visits, no time wasted, and no crazy price tag. Call 800-700-HERE. That's HEAR. Audion's cutting-edge devices are rechargeable, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. Try them risk-free for 45 days with lifetime support and real human help just a phone call away. Over 1 million people have already said yes to Audion Hearing. Join them. Don't let them take advantage of you. Break free from the trap. Call now 800-700-HERE. That's HEAR for a very special offer. 800-700-HEAR or 800-700-4327.
From the Carter Mario Injury Lawyer Studios, visit GetCarter.com.
That's GetCarter.com. This is Computer Talk.
Yes, Valentine's Day 2026.
Yeah.
It's our 30th Valentine's Day on Computer Talk with Tab. But thank you, Carolyn, for playing all that. We're going to get right to your calls. We're going to go to John in Farmington first. What is happening, John?
Good morning. Good morning. Glad to talk to you again. I spoke with you a couple of, maybe 3 weeks ago when Dennis wasn't there.
Uh-oh. Did I send you down the wrong path? Is this a complaint call?
No, you didn't. You've never led me down the wrong path. But I have found out some things. Just to refresh, you may or may not recall, I had told you that I got OpenDNS just fine several years ago on my somewhat older Windows 11 laptop.
Yep.
And on the new one, I was not able to do it. It turns out that apparently Xfinity overrides your effort to go to OpenDNS because they want to put you into their proprietary DNS, I guess.
Well, they want to sell where you're going. That's the only reason they care about controlling your DNS is so they can sell the information to third parties.
Yes, exactly. So I found a workaround to that. I may have mentioned that I do use my favorite browser, which I got when you gave a good endorsement to it to someone who called in years ago. I've been using now Brave for 3 years, and their default setting, I think it's the default setting, but in any case, I have it set to OpenDNS.
Yes. Matter of fact, it isn't just Brave, but all of the major browsers have their own built-in DNS redirection, and you can specify in each browser. You can specify exactly which one you want to go to.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yep. And it will go there regardless of whatever else is in your system. Of course, each one also has a setting for use my system settings. So it won't redirect anything.
Well, what I did was I have used, this is sort of a different subject, but I use Microsoft Copilot for AI quite often. It's been, when you're dealing with facts that are known somewhere, it's doing well. If you try to tell it to build a system, that can be a little bit shaky. However, in my use of it, I have found out in the past that it kind of roams around and looks at other stuff you have. I would say it snoops, much the same as the Microsoft Cloud does, which I am connected to anymore.
Yeah.
So in using the AI, Microsoft Copilot, I took the link to the website and I incorporated it, very simple thing to do, into my Brave favorites. And I go to that from there. I've been doing this now for a few weeks, and it doesn't snoop around. It just deals with the question at hand.
Okay. All right.
And so that's pretty much the long and short of it. I thought mentioning this to you might be of some use to other listeners, because I've learned an awful lot from what other listeners have said to you and what you have said to them in many cases in solving their problems, including mine.
Well, sounds good. We appreciate you chiming in there, John. And sorry you have trouble with the Infinity router. You should still be able to override that DNS setting in there, but your workaround works as well. So that works for everybody. That's great, too. Thanks very much.
Yep. Okay, nice talking to you.
You, too. All right, so we're going to be here till 11 o'clock. David and Stefan, hang on. 2 lines open for you guys. 860-522-9842 is the number, and we will do our best to help you out with your computer problems, comments, questions, and concerns. If you miss a show, you can subscribe to our podcast, although, as I told you early on, you might miss some tunes and stuff in there. There's all sorts of other reasons that you can't do that on the podcast, but our podcast is over at Odyssey or Spotify or Apple Music or you name it, and you're welcome to subscribe, and we'd appreciate it. We'll be right back.
Brian Shackman here for CertaPro Painters. Listen, if you want someone to do some painting, whether it's inside or outside your home, and you want it done right, CertaPro Painters are the place to go. They give you a free estimate, reliable communication. I mean, they did our kitchen, and man, they gave us that estimate. They executed the work. They had follow-up. It was fantastic. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule that free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Painters.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What if your retirement paycheck never stopped, no matter what the market does? Russ Hackman is president of Hackman Wealth Partners and can talk to you about your forever plan.
You need to have a plan that has certainty of not running out of money in a rising inflationary environment. And if you don't have a forever plan, then you don't really have a plan. Your advisor may be saying, you're fine, but under their breath, it's like, well, until you're age 92, or unless we have a 2008 again, right? You need income and cash flow guaranteed for life. There's multiple ways of doing that. We present to you your own forever plan.
Call for a no-cost, no-obligation comprehensive review, 860-321-6800, 860-321-6800, 860-321-6800.
Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Capital Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Discussion of safe and secure products and guaranteed income streams refer only to fixed insurance products and are subject to the claims-paying ability of the insurance company.
And now, a WTIC news update.
9:30, good morning. Hartford temperature. It is slowly but surely warming up out there today. We're at 30 degrees, expecting to get to the low 40s in some parts of the state today. I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News. The search for Nancy Guthrie continues 2 weeks after her disappearance, with a large police presence and word of 3 detained people late last night about 2 miles from her home. Asked whether he supports regime change in Iran, President Trump calls that the best thing that could possibly happen, as U.S. tensions over Iran's nuclear program and the killing of dissidents aren't resolving on their own. Hamden police arrest 3 juveniles in connection with the murder of 18-year-old Kayvon Washington in January during an attempted robbery. And the town of Branford has unveiled a fleet of electric school buses.
WTIC weather.
We'll have sunshine much of the time today, although there will be some intervals of clouds at times. Today's high will be 42 degrees. Tonight will be mainly clear. We'll drop down to 21 degrees, but then it turns out cloudy early in the day tomorrow, and it's going to be a cooler day with a high of 37. Cloudy skies will hang around for tomorrow night with a low of 25 degrees, and then a storm passing by well to the south is going to brush the area later tomorrow night into early Monday with a little snow. That snow can bring a coating and lead to slippery travel for the start of the day on Monday. And then clouds are going to linger for the rest of the day Monday with a high right around 40 degrees. Clouds give way to sunny skies on Tuesday. We'll have a high of 42. And then another storm tracking much farther to the north is going to spread clouds our way on Wednesday. There can be a little bit of sun, but there's also a chance for some rain or snow with a high of 38. This is meteorologist Heather Zare in the WTIC Weather Center.
We'll continue on with more Computer Talk with Tab. Next, I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News.
Ground level storage containers, road trailers, or mobile offices. Don't get stressed, get Eagle. Just call Eagle Leasing at 1-800-GET-EAGLE or get a quote at eagleleasing.com. I'm Brandon Eagle. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Facilities managers, it's time to think inside the box. Storage trailers and ground-level storage containers from Eagle Leasing are the way to go. I'm Mike Eagle. Call 1-800-GET-EAGLE or visit us at eagleleasing.com. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Brian Shackman here for CertaPro Painters. I don't know about you, but I love my home and the spaces that I am in every day. I want them to feel warm and feel good. And you know what? CertaPro Painters gave me that free estimate. They came in and painted our kitchen, and that's exactly how I feel every time I go through my kitchen. If you want the job done right, if you want to be treated with respect, CertaPro Painters is the place to go. CertaPro Painters, it's a business independently owned and operated right in our community. Schedule that free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, folks, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose CertaPro Paint.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-939-1441. 800-939-1441.
But you are my best guess at the future. You are my best guess.
All right, we are back. This is Computer Talk with Tab. We're going to get right to your calls. You're nice enough to join us on this Saturday morning. We're going to go to David in Vernon next. What's happening, David?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I want to go back to that Nest camera in Arizona, if you can.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
All right. So I understand she didn't have a subscription, so they basically, all the data goes in, lack of a better word, a big trash can.
It goes into the data center somewhere, yes.
Yeah, but in essence, it's a trash can.
Mm-hmm.
So isn't there some sort of insignia, a serial number, something that is attached to that camera?
Yes.
So that when it goes into the trash can, it's got something. So all you have to do is get the serial number off the camera or whatever it is, and search for that in order to come up with the data associated with that particular camera.
I would think so. The metadata that would come out of that camera would be specific because that's how they would manage it for the paid subscription, I would think.
Right.
Right. So why did it take them so long to find it? They acted like they had to go through the trash can and pick out every piece of paper and read them individually.
Yeah, so from what I understand, and Glenn Greenwald goes into it pretty well, since she didn't subscribe to it, the data was being sent up, and it is sent up into a repository. I wouldn't call it a trash can per se, but the area that they place it is going to be overwritten by other data because it's deemed something that nobody wants, not a trash can per se. So your file is there, and now it's going to have bits overwriting it based on other files that have been sent up there that from maybe other folks who have not subscribed. And basically they had to reconstitute or relocate those images and that data, those zeros and ones. If you think about it, we talk about shredding data on a hard drive, and all drives are written with zeros and ones. That's all it is.
Right.
And so if you want a digital shredder to go over it to make sure you can't read that data, you have to run the hard drive through this digital shredder. It's going to overwrite randomly, supposedly, zeros and ones to overwrite that data. But even now, from what I understand, there are technologies that can still look at that supposed randomness of the digital shredder and unshred it. It depends on how often you've done it because it is still logical.
Yeah.
Right? Nothing's random in a digital world. So I think in this case, they just had to find where those files were left and find the metadata that said, okay, this is for this particular camera. But they had to dig through it because it's not designed to be specifically hung on to because that's not copacetic, really.
Right. It would have been similar to a situation where you've got like a magnetic drive where you have files that get written to it, you get files that get deleted, other stuff overwrites it.
Right.
And it's just a mismatch of
zeros and
bytes
ones.
That's been written, zeros and ones. And sometimes if you're trying to reconstitute a deleted file, which you can do, it still has to reassemble the parts from what it can read. And that does take time. And there really is no substitute for time when it comes to something like that.
All right, so that answer makes some sense to me.
Oh, good. We try. We're making it up as we go just to try to figure out how we can make it make sense for you. But that's what we are assuming. So we don't know the inner aspects of Google's Nest process. We just know when you mark a deleted file deleted, all you're doing is taking the first letter and changing it. The file still is on your computer, even though you've deleted it. So it eventually gets damaged so much because it's been overwritten by other files that the file becomes unreadable. But it's never really gone. When you delete data, it's never really gone. And now with the cloud, it's even less gone because guess what? That cloud's backed up too. I would hope, so that in case they had an issue with data, they're able to get it back. So I would give them credit for trying to find this file that they technically shouldn't even have.
No, I agree, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that's what we understand is going on.
Yeah.
But anything you put up in the cloud is on somebody else's servers. Those servers have redundancies. They have RAID-based hard drives that are keeping those systems live. And then most likely they're doing backups across other data centers so that they can synchronize the data in case one data center goes down, the other data center has the data. So now your data is in 2 places or 15 places or 1,500 places. Who knows where it is? So basically, nothing you delete is ever gone. It's harder to delete than you think. So let's go on to Stefan and see what he's got going on in New Britain. What's going on, Stefan? You feeling better?
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
Good, good.
All right.
You feeling
How
better?
are you?
Just slightly. A quick update on the Dell Latitude E6410. I contacted the parts people of Austin, Texas, and I got a true Dell power supply. And right now it is running the pre-boot system assessment.
Nice.
On the build, 4126, 41% complete. I got to do a couple of other things.
Yep.
Because I looked up what to do on Google's AI. And AI is actually good for something other than the planning of and execution of the utter destruction of humanity.
Yes, let's hope that doesn't come to fruition. But
let's hope. Yeah. Let's hope. Anyway, what I was wondering is on my Dell, my HP Envy that I have to remove all the software and put, not all the software, all the non-digital audio workstation associated software to something else because it is suggested by Sweetwater in their How to Tweak Your Computer to have it run more efficiently and to have no problems with the digital audio workstation and the interface, that you not have that stuff on it because it robs CPU power and a host of other things.
Huh. Interesting.
Even going so far as to disable hyper-threading.
Really?
Stuff like that. Yeah. I mean, I was surprised, and I'm there like, okay.
It seems kind of classic. That's kind of like old school stuff. We used to disable hyperthreading on XP based systems. This goes back a long way. It could be that whatever software you're using, the manual is like 15, 20 years old. Is that the case?
Oh no. That would be more along the lines of the Dell Latitude.
Yeah.
But this is from Sweetwater. I don't know if you know who they are.
Yeah. They're a audio type of catalog.
Yeah. Audio and music, and they sell a lot of these digital audio workstations.
Yeah.
And this is suggested for that, so I have to tweak my Windows for that.
All right, so you're turning off hyperthreading in a Windows 11 based system, which is unique. It's a unique request.
Okay, but my plastic HP that I watch movies on that I told you about before. I don't think I should transfer it to that because it has Windows 10 on it, and I have yet to do the protection for it. So I was wondering if you knew of a preferably HP laptop that is not hideously expensive that I could get for just doing, regular home computer stuff. And yes, I'm the jackwagon that bought Microsoft Office for a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they charge me like $100. It used to be like per month, and it's just like $100 for a year. So I'm stuck with that. Can I transfer that to a new computer? Should I get one?
That license should be transferable. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. And I'm definitely buying it next year if available.
Yeah, so right now is not the best time to buy computers because of all the RAM and hard drive prices that have gone through the roof, and because now everybody's rushing to buy computers because they think they're going to get ahead of a price spike that already exists. It's kind of like the great toilet paper rush of COVID. So I would tell you to wait if you can, but nothing is going to be low priced to do this. I mean, we're going to tell you to buy about $1,000 computer to do anything right. Could you get lesser machines? Sure, you can go to big box stores. You got to be careful though. Sometimes they're selling lesser processors, like older gen processors, and it's not a discount. It's just lower end stuff, so be careful there.
Right.
But if you can try to spend $1,000 on a machine, at least you're going to get a good machine that'll give you many years of service. If you can find a cheaper one somewhere else, more power to you. But this is like very much the wrong time right now because of what's going on in the market.
Well, so could I, if I add the protection to the Windows 10 computer, I mean, the screen is just stuck in a position, so I have to, like, stick a book under it to really type well. And since I don't do any online banking, I'm not too worried about that. I just wanted to, transfer the Microsoft Office stuff to the bigger computer because it is great for watching movies. 4K, it's the 17
nice
something.
Yeah, you can transfer the license.
Oh, okay. So, now, when I start that 17-inch up, I'm prompted by Microsoft to get the coverage. Is that really Microsoft doing that, or
Microsoft
An
or
ESU?
the manufacturer? Oh,
The ESU warning is what you're getting?
Yeah, and it's like you need to add the protection. They give you the option to add the protection.
The protection. They could be trying to sell you the ESU.
The update.
Oh, the
Yeah,
update.
the update.
Yeah.
The security update.
Yeah, they could be trying to sell you that. It could be Microsoft. I haven't seen it on our business clients yet, but it could be on the consumer line. They're trying to squeeze a whole $30 out of you. But you should consider getting the ESU if you're not going to upgrade it to Windows 11 and you're going to maintain that Windows 10 system for a while, because you're not going to get any security patches and you haven't gotten them since October.
Yeah, it can't be upgraded to Windows 11.
Then get the ESU. Then get the ESU. Don't do it from any kind of update, any kind of pop-up you're seeing, because I don't trust it.
Don't follow a prompt.
Yeah.
Just dismiss whatever that is. And then we've got an article on the website, and we can get one on Facebook to tell you how to actually sign up for the ESU independently of whatever you're seeing on your screen.
Yeah, because the way that I look at it is like $30 versus hours and hours of aggravation. So $30 is out there.
Yep, it's going to protect you from security issues that Microsoft has. It's going to protect you from Microsoft.
Yes, and we definitely want that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's about it. But just one last quick question: the parts people of Austin, Texas, give you like a flat rate to fix any computer plus parts, like $127 or something like that.
Nice.
So I'm wondering if I have problems with this old Dell, send it to them and they just give you, okay, we'll fix it for like $127 plus parts.
Yeah, that's a pretty good rate. I mean, $127 for X number amount of hours, that's just any amount of hours. If it's flat, is a good thing. Keeps it simple. So,
But I also am a member of Best Buy. Now, I think, and correct me here if I'm wrong, they only will service what you bought from them.
I don't think so. I think Best Buy will. Yeah, they have a Geek Squad, right? They have a service desk.
Yeah, Geek Squad. Yeah, so I pay for that every month. So if
you do?
Yeah.
How much is that?
Like $15 a month.
Man, oh man. Just call us.
Yeah.
We'll help you. We'll help you there for free.
Well, yeah, I know that. But if there's a hardware issue, you aren't going to come over to my apartment.
No. We'll tell you to take a hammer to it.
Now here's the thing. This old Dell came out of a dumpster.
Yeah, we know.
So will they, if this needs hardware replacement?
Yeah, they should. I think they will. If you're paying for that service, I don't know for certain, but you're paying for something monthly. I would contend that has to do with any issue you have with your technology, but you may want to check the EULA on that, or save your $15 and just pay for it as needed.
Yeah, that's true. I could do that too. Alrighty. Thank you very much for the information.
All right, Stefan.
As always.
Good luck.
Alrighty, have a good day.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. All right. I like that flat idea of $127 flat price for fixing anything. That's not a bad deal. We're going to step out for a quick break. George, hang on out there in Long Meadow. 3 lines open for you guys. 860-522-9842 is the number. We'll be right back.
History. What you know about Black history?
Odyssey Hartford celebrates Black History Month
Let me refresh your memory.
by honoring icons of excellence.
Shirley Chisholm was the first African-American woman to be elected to U.S. Congress. She served as a representative from New York from 1969 until her retirement in 1982. Chisholm grew up in Barbados and also New York City, where she earned a graduate degree from Columbia University in 1952. She taught school before entering the New York State Assembly in 1964, then won election to Congress in 1968. She ran for the Democratic nomination for president in 1972, becoming the first African-American woman to run for office. An opponent of the Vietnam War and a proponent of education and child welfare, she received about 5% of the vote at the party's national convention.
All black. Odyssey Hartford celebrates Black artists,
Making history.
athletes, and trailblazers all month long.
Celebrate the culture.
Find out more on the Odyssey app.
Brought to you with pride by Goodwin University.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-239-1749. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-239-1749. 800-239-1749 or biglou.com.
All right, we are back. And we're here to help you out with your computer problems, comments, questions, and concerns. And let's go right to your calls. George in Long Meadow. What's happening there, George?
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
This must be Envy Printer Day.
Sure.
Because one of the two questions I've got is about an envy that I have. Let me take. By the way, I listen to you on Tuesdays as well.
Oh, thanks.
Great service to the community, and you guys are always so helpful.
Appreciate that.
My wife does not use email of any kind. She texts. She has an iPhone, but email is just not in her world. The question I've got, and it may be a simple solution that I'm overlooking. I get photographs, for example, of our grandchildren emailed to me, and I'm trying to figure out how to get them from email to her text.
Mm-hmm. So you can share them with her.
Yeah, exactly.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, you can. Are you getting the email on your phone?
I get the email on my phone and on my computer.
So the attachment.
I'll give you an example. One of the teachers from school will send me to my email address,
right.
And I get it. So I get it. I can see it on. I've got I run two Outlook accounts. Actually, one's an Exchange server.
Yeah.
But I've got them both on my phone.
So you're making up for lost time. Your wife has no email, and you're running an Exchange server email box. But that's cool. What you need to do is get your email from your phone, and then you're going to see the attachment. Opening it up doesn't necessarily put it on your phone. It just shows it to you. You need to download it to your phone. Once it's on your phone as a part of your gallery, you now can share it with your wife as a text.
Yeah.
So I can.
When you see the attached picture, click on it and then download it to your phone.
Right.
Yeah.
Now it's on your phone in the gallery. So then you can go ahead and text that picture. Just go ahead and you could actually, in the text line, you can choose the photo. It's a little picture of kind of looks like a photo on most of these phones, and you can go ahead and send that photo off to your wife.
Okay. All right. I think what I'm not doing is I'm seeing that the picture is there, but I'm not downloading it.
Correct.
Yeah, that may be the problem.
Yep, you got to own it.
Yeah.
And then when you have it, because if you don't download it and you lose the data on your phone, it's gone anyway. So if you don't download it, now it can't be backed up to the cloud. All these things don't happen, right? So get it on your phone.
I try to avoid the cloud.
I know. But if you want to protect your pictures of your grandkids, it's a great way to do it.
Yeah. Well, ultimately, I need to get them onto a thumb drive, so that they're off my phone, or off my phone and saved someplace else other than my phone.
I got a great idea for you. We got this from my mother-in-law. It's a picture. It's a digital picture frame that you can allow anybody to send pictures to. So all of my kids and their girlfriends and fiancés are sending pictures to Meme's digital picture frame about whatever they're doing. So they don't have to send you an email with attachments. They can literally hit the picture frame in your living room. And now she'll get all the pictures of whatever they want to send her without her having to do anything. And you don't even have to do anything. Isn't that great?
Can she delete the ones that she doesn't want?
I would assume so, but I haven't gotten that deep into it. She's just we go over there and we see these pictures flying by, and they are whatever the kids have thrown up on her frame, and she loves every minute of it. So,
yeah. How did you access that particular product?
I'll find it for you. I'll find it, and we'll put a link to it. I can't think of it off the top of my head of what brand it is, but the kids actually found it for her for Christmas, and it's a great way for her to participate in what the kids are doing and not having to have it go to her phone. It's just like, hey, Meme, we're here skiing, or hey, Meme, we're here paying for an expensive coffee, whatever it might be.
All right. So the HP Envy issue. This is an HP Envy 7155. And I've actually talked to you about this once before. You advised me to update the drivers and the firmware, which I did, and it still does not print black.
Oh, so you've done all the updates?
Yep.
All right.
And so the question that I have is, it's probably 6 years old. But it was only used by my daughter for 1 year.
So it's practically new.
Well, it's been sitting, and I'm thinking that there's something about it that has gotten dried up or plugged.
Well,
plugged
yeah,
up
the ink cartridge will basically become a brick, and the ink won't move. So if you haven't replaced that black cartridge, you're going to want to.
Yeah,
I mean, if it's been okay, so you've already done that. I kind of thought that you did, but yeah. So you've replaced the ink cartridge.
What I'm wondering is on various sites you can see these cleaner kits that have like a long needle syringe and some magic liquid.
You can try it.
You can, I mean, if the thing isn't working right at all, you may as well give it a shot. But I'm just going to say out loud that I don't think it's going to help.
Right. Something's really gummed up in there.
Yeah, something is not right.
On this particular printer, the print head doesn't come out. So the cartridges come out.
Yeah,
but
print head is stationary.
Right, yeah, right. The print head is just goes back and forth.
On the Envy, the print head and the cartridge are together.
Oh,
usually.
All right.
These are not the Echo tanks that Epson makes.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe try cleaning it, George, but we're out of
Yeah.
time. That's the only I agree with you. We'll be right back.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
This year, flavor doesn't walk. It runs wild. At P.F. Chang's, we're charging into the year of the horse with bold new wok-fired dishes like pork belly bao buns and refreshing cocktails like the Midnight Gallop. P.F. Chang's beloved red envelope tradition returns, adding a surprise element to every visit during the Lunar New Year. Each guest receives a red envelope revealing a special offer redeemable on a future visit. Celebrate the Lunar New Year with flavor that runs wild at P.F. Chang's. Valid for dine-in only while supplies last. Details at pfchangs.com.
This is WTIC News Talk 1080 with Brian and Company in the morning, Reese on the radio in the afternoon, and news around the clock. WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford and Odyssey Station.
It's 10 o'clock. Good morning. Hartford temperature. We are currently at 32 degrees, continuing to warm up slightly, slowly, and surely. I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News. Police investigating the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie to send on a location about a mile from her home.
Officers used a yellow tarp to cover the back of a Range Rover SUV that was being searched by FBI agents in Tucson, Arizona. The vehicle was parked near where investigators responded to a home in connection to the Nancy Guthrie disappearance. Multiple law enforcement agencies responded, including forensics and a SWAT team. A sheriff's deputy shut down the road. Both scenes are just minutes from the Guthrie residence. Initially, the sheriff said more details were coming in a written statement, but later on, in a post on social media, the sheriff wrote, "Because this is a joint investigation at the request of the FBI, no additional information is currently available."
That's correspondent Christian Benavides. The House Wednesday approved the Save America Act, which would require an ID to vote. Democrats argue it would disenfranchise millions of voters.
Separately, President Trump is pushing lawmakers to support legislation that would call for voter ID. Posting in a True Social post, he said, "If we can't get it through Congress, there are legal reasons why this scam is not permitted. I will be presenting them shortly in the form of an executive order."
That's correspondent Willie James Inman. Meriden police are investigating a Friday afternoon stabbing that injured a man. The stabbing happened just minutes of 2 in the afternoon at the Meriden Martin Deli on Pratt Street. When officers arrived, a 45-year-old man was found with multiple stab wounds. He had been attacked and stabbed inside the business. There's no word on what led up to the stabbing, and there's no further update on the man's condition either. To southwestern Connecticut now, a Darien teacher accused of touching a female student inappropriately did not show up for his court date in Stamford Friday. Sean Boardman was to have been arraigned. The high school teacher in Darien is charged after the victim says he touched her on the hip after she told him about an injury. Boardman has been the subject of multiple complaints at other schools where he's taught. State Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection overtime is getting some scrutiny among state lawmakers. The Appropriations Committee is considering budget adjustments for the next fiscal year. While the department is budgeted for around $70 million in overtime, agency CFO Melanie Sparks argues that it's not what it seems.
Anytime you see a state trooper with an accompanying an Eversource call out, our resident trooper programs, we frequently get requests for assistance from other state agencies. All of that overtime is coming back to either the department if it's paid in year or the state if it's paid after the end of the year it was incurred as reimbursable.
Commissioner Ron L. Higgins also cites the unpredictability of the agency's duties for increased overtime needs. He gave the example of the recent Mansfield train derailment, which is still impacting travel on Route 32. It's closed, by the way, a week and a half later. Meanwhile, the agency is looking for more grant funding to help with recruitment efforts. And Connecticut skating sensation Max Naumoff did not medal at the Olympics, but he's earning a lot of fans. Skating students and their parents watched the men's free skate at Max's new professional home, the Skating Club of Boston.
There were cheers and some gasping as Naumoff fell twice during his routine, but otherwise skated beautifully to the British band The Irrepressibles. About 25 people gathered around to watch live, some from the program where Max teaches.
We're all really proud of Max, and this hasn't been an easy year for him, so to see him go out and do that, to skate the way that I know and we all know that he could, it's just, we're all really proud of him.
The 24-year-old skating in memory of his parents, Vadim and Evgenia, killed in last year's D.C. plane crash. No medal this time, but he told NBC he fought with everything he has. In Norwood, Massachusetts, Dave Mager, WTIC 1080 News.
WTIC weather.
Sunshine mixing with clouds today. We'll have a high of 42 degrees. Then it's mainly clear with a low of 21 tonight. Tomorrow will turn out cloudy and cooler. We'll have a high of 37, and then it's cloudy with a low of 25 tomorrow night. Some snow will brush the area later tomorrow night into early on Monday, coating the ground and leading to slippery travel. The rest of Monday will be cloudy with a high of 40. This is meteorologist Heather Zaire in the WTIC Weather Center.
Another hour of power is ahead with Computer Talk with Tab. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/term. That's ethos.com/term. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Let's go! You're still grooving, still connecting, still loving, still turning up, still thriving. You still got it, but your immune system, it weakens as you age. That's where vaccines come in. They help train and strengthen your immune response to fight off respiratory illnesses like flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, or COVID-19. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Book in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Tune in to How to Retire with Fuchs Financial.
The main thing for the majority of the listeners out there who are approaching retirement is I don't want to be surprised.
Helping you build, preserve, and manage your wealth.
So you've got Roth IRAs, you have individual accounts. Finding the right taxable strategy, that's going to be huge for you.
Tune in to How to Retire with Ben Fuchs. Sundays at 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. right here on WTIC NewsTalk 1080.
Pete Sweeney, Director of Operations at United Tool and Die Company in West Hartford, is glad Tab Computer Systems Patrol Dog is on duty.
We get complete monitoring from Tab through Patrol Dog, monitors our servers and provides Tab with an alert, and in turn they advise us.
By switching to Tab, Pete Sweeney is saving his company thousands.
I would 100% recommend Tab.
Call Tab at 1-888-TAB-4-HELP, 1-888-TAB-4-HELP, or visit tabinc.com. Technology's advancing business. Tab Computer Systems.
This is WTIC's Computer Talk with Tab, hosted by Eric Semmel and Dennis Halnon of Tab Computer Systems. Interact with Eric and Dennis by phone at 860-522-9842 or email them in the studio at gethelp@tabinc.com. Get help anytime at computertalkwithtab.com. Now, here are Eric and Dennis on WTIC News Talk 1080.
And good morning. This is Computer Talk with Tab. I'm Eric.
And I'm Dennis.
And it is Valentine's Day. And a great gift for your Valentine would be what I just talked about. The Aura digital picture frame is what my mother-in-law got from her grandkids, I think, over Christmas. We're not marketing it or anything like that, but it is a cool technology where you can have the folks use their phones and just update the pictures right to the digital picture frame, and she doesn't have to do anything. So if you're looking for a way to do that, it's a great little gift, and she loves it. So we'll put a link up there. You guys can take a look at it. We're not getting anything for doing that. I promise you. We wanted to bring up a story before we go to your call there, Cheryl. So Dennis had a story. It's kind of a local story.
Yeah, this was kind of an announcement put out by the Suffield Police Department.
Yeah,
up in Suffield, Connecticut. Apparently, there's an internet scam that's specifically targeting people in town
In Suffield.
and what's happening mostly is that somebody is sending out these invoices by email from an email address that resembles a town of Suffield employee's address, but it isn't theirs. Right. It's something different, and they don't say how different, but they do
it's
say
close enough
it's
to trick
close,
you.
And it will trick you.
Yeah.
And they're basically saying that, these are requests for wire transfers, and they don't do wire transfers like that, for invoice payments.
Right.
So that's
heck, they probably take cash up there. I mean,
that's probably number one. And then they just don't solicit, invoice payments this way. So just if you see one of these emails, don't, just delete it. And the question that I have is if somebody is specifically emulating Suffield town officials and doing this, they're probably doing it for other towns too. Right. And who knows? I mean, anywhere in the country, maybe, and maybe even in Canada, for all I know.
Yeah.
So everybody's got to be aware of this. It's not just for Suffield people. That's why we wanted to get this out.
Yeah, and we'll try to put a link to the story there for you to take a look at it. But the moral of the story is anything via email, whether it be from a company, whether it be from, who knows, your town, you can't trust it. Assume they're not looking out for your best interest. Do not click on anything that comes from that email. And don't call a number that comes on that email. Call your town specifically and see, hey, what's up with this? Always assume, whether it be a company, whether it be a town, whether it be a utility, that's the problem right now. You got the water department banging on your door to look at your pipes. Don't let them in unless you've received a letter, right? They're going to send a letter weeks in advance warning you if they're doing any kind of service in your area. Folks that come out there saying they're from this company or that company to look at this or that are typically not, and you got to be less trusting these days. So we'll put that story up there for you guys to take a look at it. Just in the whole FanDuel thing with Glastonbury, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's identity theft going on there. $3 million worth of bettings, winnings, or whoever you want. It was stolen from FanDuel because these guys in Glastonbury set up accounts based on your and I's information. Not necessarily Dennis and I, but we could be on that list. I have no idea. They created FanDuel accounts because obviously the folks at FanDuel have a real crappy way to authenticate you as an actual customer.
Whoa.
Obviously, right? If they didn't have a crappy way of authenticating you, they wouldn't have allowed it to occur. And I would contend that, aren't there laws that shouldn't allow people who are of a certain age access to gambling sites?
Well, right. Of course, right?
So I agree we should prosecute these guys and FanDuel is due their money back from being tricked, but I would also wonder if their identity system is any good if they were able to be tricked in this massive way, which by two dingalings in Glastonbury. They may want to relook at that system. Just guessing. Let's go on to Cheryl in Prospect. What's happening, Cheryl?
Okay, this is all with email. I am wondering if the paid Proton email service will help me get rid of all the scam and junk emails I am currently getting. I can get up to like 200 junk emails a day. Oof. I spend more time getting rid of the garbage emails, and I can't even get into my legitimate ones.
Well, yeah, if you're using a different... Well, here's the thing. If you decide to use Proton Mail, you're going to be getting a new email address that's for Proton. Right. And what's happened is that you've gotten on somebody's list, or probably many somebody's lists, and they're just hammering you with their crap. Mm-hmm. If you get Proton, you're going to have a new address. Nobody knows about it yet.
Right.
So you just be very careful about where you use it. Only, be very specific about using it with just businesses that you plan to conduct business with and do email correspondence Don't just give it to companies that ask if you happen to have an email. Don't do that. But if you are going to actually correspond with them, give it to them. And then give it to your friends and your relatives and all of that, and that should be okay. But once you have that new address and you're using that instead, then you don't really care what comes into the other mailbox, you know?
Now, the other thing, Cheryl, so everything I agree with Dennis. The other issue is, what is your email system now? Where are you getting your email now from? Is it Hotmail, Gmail?
Okay, I do have Gmail, I do have Yahoo, and I have my ATT email address.
So you have 3 addresses out there.
I have,
Yeah, so no wonder you're getting so much spam. You got triple threat going on there. So number 1, you should decide what your email box is, and Proton will be a great decision, right? So now you're not going to use any of the other 3. You're just going to use 1. So think about it. If my mailbox at home was receiving mail from 4 post offices, guess how much junk mail I'd be getting?
Oh,
right?
I know.
So that's what you're getting, right? You have 4 mailboxes. So stop that, number 1. Just make a Proton account, paid or non-paid, and that'll be number 1. Then get rid of the other accounts, right? Who cares about them? If you don't have any other need, you might need 1 backup account, so save one of the ones you like the best.
Yeah.
And get rid of the rest of them. And then you can also turn up the spam protections on those mail systems. So let's say you keep the AT&T one because that's your internet provider, I'm guessing?
I have Frontier.
Frontier. So is the AT&T box connected to that or the Yahoo box?
Yeah, because I've had this AT&T mailbox for years.
Yeah, so is that connected to your Frontier service, you think?
Yes, it does.
Okay. It is. If it is, I don't know who's connected to what anymore. But the idea is to go into Frontier and go and turn up your spam preventions on their service. Stop, don't even bother with Yahoo anymore. Get rid of the other one. And that'll lower your spam by default. You've got 3 targets. You're a triple target, Cheryl, for garbage.
I know.
So you shouldn't be surprised.
So many of them. And so many of them won't let you use certain email addresses. It says, it's invalid email address and all that stuff. So.
Well, invalid email address is just because you might have typed it wrong. Because most sites don't care what your email address is. So if you're getting an invalid email address, it's because it's just you typed it wrong.
Right. Okay. So get rid of get rid of Google email, get rid of Yahoo, and just use the.
Yeah, just use your AT&T and Proton, or just use your AT&T. But you've got 3 boxes chucking junk at you. You're not going to beat that.
We have to have. Well, I have my iCloud email address only because some things won't let you. Like my husband and I have shared the same email address.
Yeah.
And now we can't do that anymore because so many things won't allow us. That's already in use.
That is true, right? So, like, if you're using your, let's just say your prescriptions or what have you for CVS or whatever it might be, you're right. You have to have your own mailboxes because you can't share an address. So, in that case, you would have that secondary box, that Cheryl at Gmail box, to be that secondary. My wife and I do the same thing. We share a primary email box, but for those things that are specific, we use our garbage Gmail accounts to set up those types of interfaces because we don't care what the email is. I don't even look at my Gmail account. You could be sending me 1,000. I think I've got thousands of messages in there. I've never even opened it.
Yeah, you need to open some of these email addresses if it's from, like, let's say CVS Pharmacy or my doctor's office and things like that. You got to open those.
Correct, but the doctor's offices you can configure to forward or even go to your email box there together. Yeah. So those can be dealt with. It's just setting up the accounts sometimes have to be on separate mail systems, which is a problem.
I think AT&T no longer forwards.
They no longer forward?
Yep.
Oh, boy.
No, as of about 10 years ago, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've already been down that road.
Really?
Yeah.
So in some cases, you're going to have separate boxes for some of these things. But you've got 3. Plus your husband's, right? 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of junk.
Yep, it sure is. What about iCloud? Apple's iCloud.
iCloud probably has. iCloud you're probably going to want to keep, especially if you have an Apple ID that you use for something.
Right.
And
Right.
you've got to maintain that. We can find an article for dealing with that email filtering too.
Yeah, I don't get that much through the iCloud stuff. That's basically used for I don't know if I used it. Yeah, I had to use it too with something I had to configure yesterday, so I needed the iCloud and my iCloud account to download an app for my cell phones.
Right. Your cell phone itself, your service there. Yeah, and the other thing too is a lot of these apps alert you of updates without an email, right? If you have a smartphone, the app will show what highlighted aspect that's occurring on the app itself, right? It's like the communication is happening via the app and probably email. And again, a lot of times you can avoid the email and just go right to the app itself and say, okay, I guess our prescription's ready, or I'm getting a text, or whatever it might be. These apps these days are actually allowing for the communication rather than having to rely on email. And so if you don't have to rely on the email, is better, I think.
Oh, I know. I try not, that's what I've heard. A lot of people don't use email anymore. They either use Facebook or like the, like you said, the messaging.
Yeah, that's another aspect where you're got lots of communication happening. So many ways to lose your messages. But yeah, people are using that.
Okay, so I'll get rid of a couple of my email addresses and maybe move over to even the free Proton will be
a different address. By default, you won't be known.
Right. Yeah. Nobody in the world has your Proton address at the moment you create it.
Right.
So, yeah.
So you're gonna have to clean up your mail client so it doesn't receive those other mailboxes that you're getting rid of, and that'll reduce your spam. And then go to each provider's spam filtration systems and turn up the spam protections. That'll reduce some of your spam. You got a lot of work to there. We got a lot of work with all the email boxes you've got. You got to do a lot more cleanup.
Oh, I know. It drives me nuts.
I hear you.
But like I said, I got to keep my Apple one. That's an important one because of my iPhone with them. So.
Yep. There's some things you're going to keep.
Yeah, you got to keep the iCloud if you've got a Apple device.
Yeah, my computer and our iPhones are Apple devices. So.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I love Apple. So.
All right, that's good.
All right. Well, they have email controls too, and our junk email controls.
Filters. Yeah.
We can. We've posted an article on the website about that.
Okay, I thank you very much for your help.
All right, Cheryl. Have fun today cleaning up your mail.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, that's 4 times the trouble. That's a lot of mailboxes. So real quick, Anthropic, that's the latest AI that seems to be starting to eat OpenAI's lunch. I don't know if you've noticed that, but Anthropic's kind of coming up the rear here. And they are promising that its data centers totally won't drive up your utility bill. So Anthropic is trying to get behind something I've been saying forever, that these data center companies need to not impact our electricity bills. As it is, we have legislators that are doing that. We don't need data center companies that are consuming mass quantities and causing my bills to go up because of what they're doing. They actually should be consuming mass quantities to lower my bills because of the improvements that they're going to be putting in place to build these big power centers versus the data centers causing us to pay more because of scarcity. We shouldn't be the case. So the president's on board with this. Anthropic's on board with this. Lots of folks are talking about this, in that you and I should not be paying for data centers' electricity consumption, and we should be benefiting. Better transmission lines should be put up, not on my dime, on data centers' dime, because they're the ones that think they're going to make a killing with AI. That we'll see. But as they're building it out, fine. The only drawback is if they build it out and then they do go belly up, guess who's on the hook for it, Dennis?
Us.
Yes. Either way, we're probably going to get nailed, but at least they're trying. We'll put a link here to the story. We're going to step out for a quick break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Joe with SimpleSaleUSA.com, and I buy houses cash. If you own a house and want to sell it fast at a fair price, call me at 203-896-4600. 4000. I can pay cash and close in as little as 7 days. I buy houses in any condition, any price range, and more importantly, anywhere in Connecticut. I'm a private real estate investor who buys several houses a month, and I want to buy more. I buy inherited houses, divorce houses, behind-in-payment houses. I even buy my tenant won't pay me the rent houses. Do you own a house that is trash and needs thousands of dollars in repairs? Great, because I love buying junk houses. I buy vacant houses, abandoned houses, condemned houses, and even foreclosure houses. If you own a house and want to sell it fast, call me at 203-896-4000. That's 203-896-4000. 203-896-4000.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Hola, amigos! It's a big noise. Brad Evans from BetMGM Tonight. Listen Monday through Friday starting at 6 p.m. Eastern on Westwood One Sports as we cover the biggest sports stories from coast to coast. Get insights on the NFL playoffs, college basketball conference races, and more. Download the Odyssey app now and listen from anywhere. BetMGM Tonight, live and interactive, presented by BetMGM. Tune in, Team Huevos.
From the Carter Mario Injury Lawyer Studios, visit GetCarter.com.
That's GetCarter.com. This is Computer Talk.
But you can't blame me for trying. You know I'll be lying, saying
We are back. And it is Valentine's Day.
It is?
Yes. I'll be spending it with my wife at Gamble.
Well, that's a pretty good place to be.
Yes, we'll share a...
It's a pretty good place to be any day of the week.
Share an overpriced beer. And
and sitting on a bleacher.
A hard bleacher. Yes. But it is a great place to watch a basketball game. I was lucky enough to watch a basketball game from the student section when I was no longer a student. Because back then, you could take your ID. My younger brother was still a student, and he would say he lost his stickers. And the registrar would be like, okay, and gave him stickers and put them on my ID. Now, I was in there, gosh, I'm 6 years older than him, so somehow I still looked like a student. I was 21 Jump Street in it, I guess, and watched they went to the championship that year, too. I think it was with Khalid El Amin, and that group.
Yeah, they were stellar.
I think I watched like 4 home Big East games.
That was the team that shocked the world.
Yeah.
Yep.
And somehow they thought I was still a student. I think they're smarter with their digital IDs these days. I mean, they don't let anybody in just to say, "Hey, I'm a student" anymore. They have like picture IDs. They probably have like AI facial recognition. They will not let you in that door without knowing you are who you say you are.
I would think so. I don't know, but I would think so.
I would think so. But I'll be going there as a regular citizen tonight. What do you got going on there, Dennis, as far as digital news, technology news?
We have what's really a very typical AI-related mess up.
Yeah, AI not doing its job.
There's a game developer had a game that was hosted on the Steam platform.
Yes, okay. I've never gotten into Steam.
I haven't either. I've never used it, never touched it, known almost nothing about it other than that it's a gaming platform.
Huge PC gaming platform.
It's very big.
For guys like you and I who deal with PC problems all the time, consoles are the way to go because you just power them on and they work.
You turn it on and they run the game that you want. That's it.
True geeks are using Steam, so go ahead.
At any rate, there's developers got a game there, making money, having fun. Yeah. All of a sudden, the game gets ripped off of the Steam platform.
Deplatformed.
Why?
Yeah.
Because in its display gallery, there's a screenshot from the game.
Yeah.
that vaguely looks like it could have come from Minecraft.
Oh, no.
So Microsoft's AI reported it to Steam. Steam pulled the game from their platform.
And it had nothing to do with Minecraft.
It had nothing to do with Minecraft. It's not a Minecraft clone. It's a completely different game.
Nice.
It's just that this screenshot looked something like that.
And
So,
just when you thought AI would be
bang.
helpful.
The only thing that I can say that's good about this is that it got back onto Steam later once somebody figured out what was going on. But
Right. Some guy had to put it back on.
he had to squawk and get it back on. So,
AI needs to be better than this, guys. We'll put a link up to that story as well. We're here till 11 o'clock. 4 lines wide open, 860-522-9842 on this Valentine's Day 2026. We'll be right back.
Brian Shackman here for CertaPro Painters. Now is the time. Go get that free estimate from CertaPro Painters. Man, they will give it to you quick, and they'll do the work as quick as they gave you that estimate. They did our kitchen, and it was exquisitely done. I kid you not. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule that free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And when choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy, choose CertaPro Painters.
It's Sarah Samuels, co-host of Retirement Income Source, heard Sunday mornings at 9:30 a.m. and again at 12:30 p.m. In retirement, you know it's all about the income, and that's real income generated from interest and dividends. Each week, David Scranton and I discuss ways you can help maximize income generation in your retirement strategy so you can make the most of your golden years. Tune in to the Retirement Income Source Sundays at 9:30 a.m. and 12:30 p.m.
Retirement Income Source with David Scranton is a paid program.
And now, a WTIC news update.
10:30 Hartford temperature is 34 degrees. I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News. No new details have emerged, but overnight, lots of law enforcement activity, including SWAT teams, at a residence about 2 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home. Authorities have not explained why. TSA workers at Bradley International Airport and elsewhere are among those impacted by the partial government shutdown affecting the Department of Homeland Security as senators are divided along party lines what to do with ICE and immigration matters. Meriden police have not given an update on the 45-year-old man they say was stabbed during an incident Friday afternoon around 2 at the Meriden Mart and Deli. There's no new update on a crash that seriously injured at least one person on Route 2 in the eastern Connecticut town of Preston. 5 European nations joined the widow of Russian opposition leader Alexei Navalny to say that testing shows he was poisoned in a Russian prison, which goes against the Russian narrative that he died of high blood pressure and a heart arrhythmia. And Simsbury's own Maxim Naumov did not get a medal at the Olympics. He's saying that he's motivated, though, to continue on, particularly in memory of his parents who were killed in the D.C. plane crash in late January of last year.
WTIC weather.
Sunshine mixing with clouds today. We'll have a high of 42 degrees. Then it's mainly clear with a low of 21 tonight. Tomorrow will turn out cloudy and cooler. We'll have a high of 37, and then it's cloudy with a low of 25 tomorrow night. Some snow will brush the area later tomorrow night into early on Monday, coating the ground and leading to slippery travel. The rest of Monday will be cloudy with a high of 40. This is meteorologist Heather Zayer in the WTIC Weather Center.
We'll continue on with the last half hour of Computer Talk with Tab next. For these stories and more, we're at WTIC.com. I'm Morgan Cunningham, WTIC 1080 News.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-239-1749. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-239-1749. 800-239-1749 or biglou.com.
When was the last time you watched your home movies?
Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for: their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, "Have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner." Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
Are you struggling with hearing loss? Do friends and family complain that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to repeat themselves? If you want to hear clearly again, but don't want a bulky hearing aid that makes you look old, you need to try Atom X by Audion Hearing. The Atom X is a life-changing breakthrough, precisely designed by top audio engineers, fits comfortably in your ear, is nearly invisible, and lets you adjust your sound so you can hear conversations clearly, at home, at dinner, or on the go. And right now, you can try the Atom X risk-free for 45 days. Call Audion Hearing now at 800-295-HEAR. That's HEAR for a 45-day risk-free home trial with free shipping and money-back guarantee. The Atom X is lightweight, rechargeable, practically invisible, and costs 90% less than prescription hearing aids. Don't miss out. Call 800-295-HEAR for complete details. That's 800-295-4327. Hearing for everyone. Audion Hearing.
All right, we are back. This is Computer Talk with Tab. And then coming up at 11, stick around for Morgan Cunningham. He'll have something spotlighted for you. Shine a bright Morgan Cunningham light on something here in Connecticut.
Well, he's gonna. I think, according to Facebook, what was posted there by the radio station, he's going to be talking about the Guthrie case, among other things.
Okay.
Yep.
So stick around for that at 11. But between now and then, you got us. So feel free to get online, 860-522-9842. And Zig, hang on. We did want to talk about an article that even Carolyn seems to have some interest in. And if she's interested, we're interested because
we are.
She controls the microphones.
Discord has come out with a new policy where unless you have submitted to their age verification and proven that you are an adult, they will treat you as if you are a kid. And there are a lot of restrictions on kids' accounts in Discord.
Okay.
Such as, I think, adults can't chat with kids and so on.
All right.
Now, the whole problem with this is that the age verification itself can become a vast identity honeypot, which is the phrase used in the article that I read. And you're going to have a big repository of all of this age verification data for pretty much every adult user of Discord.
Right.
It's going to be a massive
target.
If there, to be a target for scammers and hackers, and even if you don't have a breach or something like that, there's still a lot of risks here behind having that many people all having their age verification data stored somewhere. So it's kind of a problem.
So they're managing it themselves, not through a third party.
I believe so, although they probably are using somebody's assistance. Because if they're using AI to do it, which seems to be the case, then they have to have somebody's AI engine involved.
Right.
Even if they manage and store their own data, but then, shift it to the AI to do the algorithm crunching for, 10 seconds or whatever it is that is required to do it. You've still got exposure there. That's an issue. It's a huge issue.
It's an issue, definitely. So they're trying to at least keep people properly secured on Discord so you don't have kids talking to adults and vice versa. That's primarily the reason they're doing this. The other issue, go ahead.
I was going to say, the idea, the underlying idea here is laudable because they're trying to keep things on the up and up. But the way you go about that is the issue. So that's where the problem lies.
Yeah, and there's lots of data out there. So, we need like a PayPal for identity.
Here's what I thought of, okay? Let's say you use driver's licenses, okay, as your identity mechanism.
The real ID.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, I have my Acme messaging service, and Eric signs up for it. Eric wants to prove that he's an adult with Acme messaging.
Yep.
So you take a picture of your driver's license, you show it to Acme messaging.
Right.
Acme messaging says, I'm going to check to see if this is valid.
Yeah.
It reads the driver's license. It knows that it's from Connecticut. It will assume that there's some kind of an API.
Right, because you're not going to call the DMV.
No. We're going to assume there's an API that's in place that manages things like this.
Yeah.
Talks to Connecticut's DMV, sends a hash of your...
Well, the DMV tells you to get into a line. No, just go ahead. So, there's a hash.
It sends a hash of your picture of your driver's license to DMV.
Yep.
DMV looks at it and says, this is a match, or no, this is not a match. This is not his driver's license.
Right.
Either way, it sends a yes or no back to my service. My service then says either yes, you've been verified, or no, you haven't.
But you also got to take a selfie to show that the person that you are the person sending the picture of the license, because that's another aspect of this identification is you take a picture of yourself.
But either way, you can take the selfie, then my Acme messaging service uses its own AI to determine if the picture of you that's in your camera matches the picture on your driver's license.
Right. Yeah.
So that the only thing exchanged
is the hash.
Is the hash of the driver's license, not even the whole picture of the driver's license.
Right.
And if you do that, as far as I'm concerned, that's probably pretty safe, because even if somebody can intercept the hash, what are they going to do with it? If they don't know the algorithm used to generate the hash, then they won't be able to reverse engineer it and get the driver's license picture.
And the data is kept separately anyway.
And the data is kept separate so that there's no way to connect the two and then create the picture.
All right, Dennis.
Now, if I can come up with that just sitting here in a couple of minutes.
There you go, Dennis.
Why don't we have something better in real life?
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. So they're going to be a target. We'll put a link up here for Discord is trying to do, and what people are concerned about. Let's go to Zig in North Carolina. What's going on, Zig?
Hey, boy, all of this security stuff is really getting out of hand.
Darn right it is.
Yeah, did you send a picture of yourself to Carolyn to prove who you are?
No, but my wife just took a picture of me. She was real proud of her phone that their girlfriends are using to take a character picture of you. And
that's the thing now. You have ChatGPT create a caricature of yourself.
Yeah.
So she thinks that's real cool. It's not my place to say it's not cool. So.
Well, the only question you have to ask her is how much data did she have to put in about you, Zig, before it created that caricature? Did it ask you for your date of birth, your mother's maiden name, your address, your social security number? If it did all that, you're in trouble. Otherwise, it's fine.
Yeah. Well, let's get on to my my problem.
Yes, sir.
Or my concern, rather. I use the telephone text messaging frequently for all my financial institutions for second-party verification.
Yep, two-factor authentication, yep.
Yes. And the other day, I got a text message that said it's time for my, and let's call it Smith financial service. The
Yeah.
make went up.
Yeah.
Smith Financial Service for my to update my account to review. My account review is due,
Mm-hmm.
and it happened to say, "Hey, it's due today. You got to do it today."
That's not good. That's a big red flag. Number one. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. And it had a unbelievable. It was HTTPS.
Yeah.
With Smith with a financial site.
Yep.
/safe and all that kind of stuff is a update place.
Mm-hmm.
And also had a phone number there, which was not good. So
right.
I knew right away that was
a scam. Right.
And I was a little bit disappointed. I called the financial institution. Oh, and I used a Chromebook for this stuff, although years ago I might have used my phone. So,
yeah.
I was a little bit concerned because coincidentally, the two things. One is the financial institution said, send us a copy of these pictures.
Yeah.
And which I did.
Good.
And they'll investigate it. But it was like a third-party investigation. It wasn't the financial institution, with escalation.
Right.
They just answer the phone kind of a thing, and I didn't get it escalated.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of, to me, that was like a pass-off, that they didn't do too much.
What do they know about security?
Well,
no,
that's probably right.
They may actually farm that out to another company. I mean, that is not unusual, at least as far as my experience.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. But the thing that coincidentally, and I didn't want to get into this too much, was the day before I called the financial institution, and with correctly identifying what my credentials.
Yeah.
And I know it was the financial institution. And during that conversation, they say, well, we're going to send you a text.
Yes.
To verify it's you, and which they did, and they answered the question fine. And I'm 100% sure that I talked to the financial institution itself that day.
Right.
But I called the financial institution back a day later and said, hey, when I call you guys and you have a couple of phone numbers for me, do you see the whole phone number or do you just see the last four digits? Because they just say, the last four digits.
Mm-hmm.
And the person that answered said they see the whole phone number.
Yeah.
So I had two concerns. One is whether there's anything I ought to be doing differently other than just keeping my eyes open on this thing. And the other thing is whether I should go to T-Mobile or something and escalate the phone number where this came from. But I guess you can buy phones from Walmart or something that they don't trace. So I was just wanted to know if you could weigh in on this.
Well, I think it's great that your financial institution has caller ID, and you've already on your account said you're going to set your two-factor up for this last four of the phone number, and they're going to see, oh, okay, Zig's calling in. I see it's the whole phone number, and yes, the last four is of Zig's number as on the account. All good. No bad guys are going to get that unless they've done something called SIM jacking, which they only do for crypto ding-dongs, of which you're not. So basically, that's a good security method, and having them send you a code to your phone is a great way to secure it. So that's normal. I wouldn't worry about that. You want your financial institution to know your phone number and your email address is the correct thing. Those things should match up. And the second factor going to a text is okay in this case because you're on the phone with them. Hey, we're going to send you a text to the phone number on file. Okay, you get it. Now you know everyone's talking to the right people. You're Zig. I mean, you've probably done a voice verification as well, which is also easily hacked, but we won't go there because all of our voices can be recorded and what have you. So as long as you're not calling the number of the email sent to you which you didn't do, you're good. The moment you call the number on some sort of scam email or some sort of scam text, you're now talking to the bad guys. And they're going to try to figure out a way to trick you to log them into your financial system. And that's what you got to be careful of. And anything that says you got to do it now is a great thing you caught with a red flag. Any kind of urgency is baloney. So.
Oh yeah, for me that was the blaring siren.
Yeah.
It has to be done today? Yeah. No. It does not have to be done today.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I relate to all of that. But the other part of the question is one retail customer, I read about how many scams you have out there all the time. So one retail customer, they don't really have time to look into all of that stuff, that even though they've got some pretty good data on, they should have some pretty good data to find something somewhere. But
what do you mean, Zig?
Well, I got the HTTPS. They sent them the URL.
Yeah.
HTTPS that they said to click on.
Right.
And I've sent them the phone number.
Yeah.
That the call said it was from.
Right. But they're disconnected from it. They can't do anything about it other than report it to web filtration services like OpenDNS to mark it as bad, right? That's why we recommend you use OpenDNS, because they all subscribe to these same security sites that say these are bad URLs. So that's where that onioning comes in, that leveling comes in, where you have OpenDNS running. Guess what? If you've let them know about this bad URL, OpenDNS gets an update, let's hope, because they all subscribe together, and now you're no longer going to get that URL sent to you. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. So just one quick follow-up question. We're in a retirement community here, and we don't have access to the modem. We're on Spectrum.
Yeah.
And I was under the impression that we can't do OpenDNS.
You can.
Without having a router, because Spectrum at one time about a year ago said we can't have routers. It interrupted other stuff.
You can't have your own router. That's a common issue. You can't have your own router, but that Spectrum device is a router.
Yeah.
So you should have a My Spectrum app that you can then log into. You can even set the SSID to Zig and his and your wife's name if you want.
There should be setting controls that are available to you.
And then you can set the DNS settings right in there, and you use the My Spectrum app to do that.
Okay, that was a good takeaway here.
If that doesn't exactly work directly, then I would just call Spectrum support and say, "How do I do this?" And they'll tell you how to get there.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because all my geeky friends here aren't into OpenDNS, and I'm the only one. So
they're not geeks, man.
Yeah,
they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, how geeky can they be?
They can't be. If they don't know what safe surfing is, they're not geeks. They're just wannabes.
Okay. Hey, great. I appreciate all your time and for all your inputs on this. Very, very helpful.
Our pleasure, Zig. It's an important topic.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
You got it, sir. Bye-bye. Bye. Watch out for those unsolicited emails from your whoever. They're phishing for you.
And it's got to be done today.
Yes, do it now. Do it now. Carolyn, I can continue, right? I got to go to break. Oh, sorry. We're going to go a quick break. Joe, hang on. This is Computer Talk. We'll be right back.
Need space in a hurry? Order your storage container at eagleleasing.com or call 1-800-GET-EAGLE and we'll have it delivered on site like that. I'm Mike Eagle, and just remember, don't get stressed, get Eagle. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Need a space shot? Rent one of our clean, dry, ground-level storage containers from Eagle Leasing today. Call 1-800-GET-EAGLE or check us out and get a quote at eagleleasing.com. I'm Brandon Eagle, and you see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Brian Shackman here for Certa Pro Painters. Listen, if you want someone to do some painting, whether it's inside or outside your home, and you want it done right, Certa Pro Painters are the place to go. They give you a free estimate, reliable communication. I mean, they did our kitchen, and man, they gave us that estimate. They executed the work. They had follow-up. It was fantastic. Each Certa Pro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule that free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. choose CertaPro paint.
History. What you know about Black history?
Odyssey Hartford celebrates Black History Month
Let me refresh your memory.
by honoring icons of excellence.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was an African-American clergyman who advocated social change through nonviolent means. His writings and public appearances shaped the American civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s. A powerful speaker and a man of great spiritual strength, he became the public face of civil rights in 1963. Dr. King organized the March on Washington, D.C. that drew 200,000 people demanding equal rights for minorities. In 1964, he won the Nobel Peace Prize, becoming, at the time, the youngest recipient ever. He was shot to death by James Earl Ray in 1968 while visiting Memphis, Tennessee.
All black. Odyssey Hartford celebrates Black artists,
Making history.
athletes, and trailblazers all month long.
Celebrate the culture.
Find out more on the Odyssey app.
Brought to you by Albertus Magnus College, where your dreams become reality.
All right, we're back. Let's go to your calls here. We'll go to Joe in Litchfield next. What's going on, Joe?
Hi, Erica. I have an iPad that is not receiving or sending emails in the past few days. I got an alert from the internet provider that my storage was up at 95%. That was my wife's problem. And it was almost full. I dumped 4,000 emails, stored it, did not correct the problem.
You didn't make a dent. 4,000 is nothing. You just started, Joe.
So I was playing with the, I was talking to the people, their chat person, but they're like bringing me around in circles, and I never really resolved it.
Yep.
So I need a simple response now.
Okay.
To correct it.
Simple response I'd give you before Dennis does is use a different email address that gives you more mail space. Proton gives you 50 gigs. I dare your wife to fill that up. That's number one. Number two, you got to clean up the mailboxes. So do you have a simple way for him to do that?
I did, and why doesn't now? I'm looking at their the emails in the server. They're there. They won't go to my iPad. That's something new.
What I was going to suggest,
local space issue.
What I was going to suggest is to remove the account from the iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Add it back.
Resync.
Really?
Do a resync.
You're basically forcing a complete resync.
There you go.
What'll happen is when you remove the account, it'll remove all the data from the account on the iPad. It won't remove it from the account.
Right.
Will I lose everything in the folder?
No, that's the whole point. Nope. All you're doing is pulling it off the iPad. Everything you're doing is on the iPad only, and it won't affect anything else.
Right.
So you pull that out, and then you add the account back to the iPad. The iPad rereads it from fresh.
Right.
Now, excuse me.
Yeah.
Do I remove it from the server or remove it from the iPad?
Remove it from the iPad.
Only.
Yep.
Only.
And then reboot the iPad.
Yeah, restart the iPad, put it back.
And start it up as if you've never had the iPad before. Put the account back there.
Put the account
It'll
back
resync.
in, and it will find it all over again. It'll talk to it all over again, and it will sync it up correctly.
And if that doesn't work, do some more deleting.
Nah, I think he's probably deleted
if this
enough.
I'll send you guys flowers. How's that?
All right. Send them to Carolyn. She'd appreciate it more than we would.
I cannot tell you how many mobile device problems with email are solved through the expedient of removing the account and putting it back.
I just did it
It
myself.
works on Android. It works on Apple. It works for a lot of situations. Just
All right. So,
humor me and go with it, okay?
I probably caused some kind of constipation, so I get that thing flowing again. Okay.
Yes, it's all blocked up, Joe.
Very good.
You got yourself an email clog.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay, I'm going to try it, guys.
All right, you got it, Joe.
I'll probably be your last caller, maybe, but if not, I appreciate all your help. You guys are very good. The best.
Our pleasure. Thank you, Joe.
Have a nice Valentine's Day.
You too.
Give your wife a hug.
We will. We will. Okay. Well, take it easy. All right, so that's it for our Valentine's Day special. And thank Carolyn for all the music she put out there for us and producing the show. Thank Mike G for posting everything over at our Facebook page and over at the X feed if you guys follow Tab Computer Sys. Dennis posted everything live during the show over at ComputerTalkWithTab.com. It's the name of the show, which also works. And please subscribe to our podcast if you get a chance, wherever you get your podcasts.
And remember, we want you to be geeks too.
We'll see you next Saturday.
I played soccer. Now I cheer for soccer. 67 pounds later, I'm ready for a 180.
Are you ready? Call Awaken 180 Weight Loss, 877-330-4180. It's not a diet fad or synthetic hormone shots, just science-based nutrition, customizable food, and lifetime coaching. So losing weight is a real thing for life.
Had a great career, 2 great kids. 41 pounds later, I'm ready for a 180.
Ready? Call 877-330-4180 now.
The Urban League of Greater Hartford is hosting